Hey everyone, it is Tuesday, January 10th. The time is around 12:45 p.m. and the temperature is -1 degree Celsius. I'm standing here next to Woodbine Station, and there's another entrance to the station just across the street there on Woodbine Avenue. And this is just north of Danforth Avenue in an area known as East Danforth. And just next to this bike share rack, I have my trusty Move and Pulse e-bike. And for this one, I'll be hopping on the e-bike and heading south down Woodbine Avenue into the Beaches neighborhood. And from there, I'll ride along Queen Street East, and I'll head down to the Beaches waterfront and ride west in the opposite direction and make my way into downtown. And I'll be trying out a slightly different camera angle on this one, so it's going to take me a few minutes to set that up. So I'll be back in a second and we'll get moving here. So that took me a little longer to set up than it should have, but either way, I'm ready to roll. So let's turn right on to Woodbine here. And that was Strathmore Boulevard. So I should have the luxury of riding in a bike lane all the way down to Queen here. And it's yet another gray and gloomy day in the city. Feels like I've been saying that a lot on these videos. Apparently Saturday was a nice day with blue skies, but I was off in Niagara Falls. So this should be Gerrard Street East coming up. And I'm entering a neighborhood that's been dubbed the Upper Beaches. Although I suspect that started off as a bit of a marketing term. I'm gonna turn this heated glove on here. I've got my right one on. There we go. I've got them on the lowest heat setting. -1 isn't that cold, but once you get moving around on a bike outside, things like your fingers and toes can certainly start to freeze in a hurry. And there goes a 506 Carlton streetcar making its way up to Main Street Station. So hopefully this new camera angle works out. It's a bit tricky setting it up, getting the angle just right. I want it to capture just the bottom part of the handlebars, and I can't really see the preview display when I set it up. So there's some guesswork involved. And this is a nice downhill stretch. I don't know if you can see my speed on the display there, but I'm currently going 38 kilometers per hour. There's an old cemetery on the right. I apologize if the audio is picking up a bit more. Oh, that guy's going a bit fast, a bit more wind than normal. My wind muff popped off and I couldn't get it back on. So this is Kingston Road. I don't know why that truck is having trouble staying all the way to the right there. So just south of here, we'll be entering the Beaches neighborhood. And I am running my Strava app, so I'll have some basic stats on the ride, if I remember to pull it out once we're done. Space for lease. This whole east side of town definitely has an older feel and character to it. And someone made a comment on one of my live streams that the Woodbine bike lanes are barely used. I think there's also north-south bike lanes on Greenwood as well as Jones Avenue. And there really should be some on Broadview as well. And this is Queen Street East coming up. And straight ahead is Lake Ontario. Ew. That was a raccoon that seemed to have met its end, probably with a vehicle. Let's see, no left turns here. 7 to 9, 4 to 6, Monday to Friday. There's a place called Smoky's now open. It's been a while since I've last been along this stretch of the beaches. I remember coming here for the Easter parade. Is that really the last time I was here? That was quite a while ago. I must have done a bike or scooter ride since then at some point. And this area is served by the Queen streetcar. There's a sign that says greetings from the beach. They got their own neighborhood name wrong. Well, the BIA calls it the beach. That's the business improvement area. But the official City of Toronto neighborhood name is the Beaches. And that's pretty much what 90% of the city calls it, except for a few stubborn holdouts who call it the beach. Good job, Tesla. I think this guy wants to park here. There's Cobb's Bread. And I think that's the one Mila Kunis said was one of her favorite spots in the city. She was staying in this neighborhood over the summer, filming something, I'm not sure what. Kew Gardens is on the right. And one of the old Carnegie libraries. And the sign says Beaches Branch on it. And I think those date back to the 1920s. So they were calling it the Beaches back then, and we still are today. This is Lee Avenue. So the streetcar track continues to the Neville Park Loop. That's where the gorgeous Art Deco R.C. Harris water treatment plant is. You also get a pretty stunning view of the lake. Looks like the camera might be pointing slightly off to the right. I'll take another look when I get back. Hopefully that's not an issue. That is Winneva Avenue. So when you're riding your bike in this situation, it kind of puts you in an awkward spot. Squeeze between a lane of traffic and streetcar tracks and parked cars. So you're essentially riding in the door zone. On the left is the Ivan Forest Gardens. And that'll lead you up through a rather neat ravine that'll take you all the way up to Kingston Road. Here's a pretty well-known local spot, Garden Gate, known for its good food sign. That is a Chinese restaurant. Here is Silver Birch Avenue. Let's turn right here and find our way down to the waterfront. it seems to be garbage day here in the beaches. Maybe I can... Oh, this is a dead end. I was going to see if there was a way to circumvent that. I'll just carefully slip by when I have the opportunity to do so. Look at this home. Get a view of the lake. That is a monster. So according to that sign there, we are a 14-minute walk to Kew Gardens. So I am a little bit east of where the official multi-use trail picks up. Pretty nice view. I wonder what that fence is doing up. And this on the left is the Balmy Beach Club. And we found the trail. I think at the end of February, there will be the Winter Station art display here. There'll be a number of exhibits from various artists set up along the waterfront. So I'll probably come back and record that either as a regular walking video or a live stream when that takes place. Turn my assist level down. There's a speed limit along here of 20 kilometers per hour. Although it's not uncommon to see cyclists go whipping through here much faster than that. It's quite peaceful along here. If it wasn't for the sounds of the bike, I'm sure it'll be even quieter. It's a beautiful looking dog. It's definitely got a bit of a cottage country feel to it down here. We are open. I wonder if that's even profitable at this time of year. Maybe it's a condition of their lease to have that space. They have to be open year round. Well, since we're here, and straight ahead, you can see the CN Tower. Oh, there's some people in the water. Look at that. That is pretty brave and nuts. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw that.
I know. Like, what am I looking at?
I thought they were blow-up dolls or something.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, there's something you don't see very often. For most, I guess that would be instant hypothermia, but for them, no problem. There's an act of kindness. He seemed like a very friendly guy. He also chatted with that lady I was talking to. And here's the big swimming pool, which is also where you'll find the pizza. It's often a big lineup here in the summertime. So there's a string of different beaches. I've ridden by Q Beach, Balmy Beach, Scarborough Beach, and now Woodbine Beach. Although it's really hard to tell where one ends and the next one begins. There's the Woodbine Bathing Station. Maybe I'll come back and do a ride along these parts. And there's a lot of snow on the ground. I'm sure we've got another big snowfall or two left in this season to come. We've only really had two so far. And this part will connect me to Lakeshore Boulevard, but unfortunately you cannot take the Martin Goodman Trail all the way into downtown. It is severed at the moment, and I think for the second straight year that stretch will be out of service. I think it's supposed to come back in 2024. And here we go, Lakeshore Boulevard East. And that is Lower Coxwell, so I could head back up to Coxwell and that'll take me up to Queen Street East where we were earlier. I'm gonna turn my heated gloves up a notch here. So I think the multi-use trail here extends to just past Leslie. And then your SOL, although you could take the Unwind connector up towards, or down towards Tommy Thompson Park. That'll kind of bring you downtown in a roundabout way. It'll take you through the Portlands. There's a big water treatment facility on the left. They must be going for a pretty long walk. They're all the way out here. Now there is a multi-use trail on the north side of Lakeshore as well. So this stretch is well served if you're riding your bike, although I wish they would make one of them just a dedicated bike lane. That's one of my pet peeves with the city, especially along the waterfront. You have all this room, you can easily have a dedicated pedestrian walkway and one for bikes, but they insist on these silly multi-use trails. So here is Leslie Street, at the foot of the Leslie Street Spit. So you can turn left here and head into Tommy Thompson Park. Let's see, what are my options here? I need to get to the northwest corner to continue. All right, looks like we'll get to cross in about 5 seconds. Oh, they've got an advanced screen. I wonder if they're going to leave these old remnants from the Gardner Expressway in place. They look kind of like modern ruins. Looks like there's a camp set up there on the right. There's where they keep the Wheel-Trans buses. It must be their storage and maintenance facility. I've never noticed that before. Trail closed. Follow detour at Carlaw and Lakeshore, says the sign. Or just hop on to Lakeshore and ride there. Lakeshore Trail closed at Logan. All right, let's head up Carlaw here. I was actually riding through that stretch on Lakeshore when I got a flat tire on my older move-in fat tire e-bike. That's the only time I've ever had a flat tire with fat tires on the bike. This is Eastern Avenue. There's the legendary Gale Snack Bar. You know what? Let's take Eastern. There's a bike lane here at least. Maybe I'll set my destination at Berczy Park. At least there was a bike lane here. That was short-lived. These are the old Wonder Bread factory lofts on the right. They've been working on that project for quite a while. And just up ahead is the future home of an Ontario Line subway station. I think this might be it here. It'll be running along this rail corridor, then heading over to King and Berkeley, then Queen and Sherbourne, Queen and Yonge, Queen and University, Queen and Spadina, King in Bathurst, and finishing up at Exhibition Place. I actually did an e-bike ride along the stretch that is to be the Ontario Relief Line. All right, I'm gonna go right here at Broadview. There used to be signs saying no bicycles on Eastern Avenue there. I don't know what's happened to them. I'm going to go left here, and once again I'll be on Queen Street East on this one. Lunch special, $9.99. So this area is South Riverdale. More specifically, this stretch of Queen is called Riverside. there's a 503 Kingston Road replacement bus. Normally that would be a streetcar. And today's video, which was recorded yesterday, I drove north up this stretch of the Don Valley Parkway that I'm heading over right now. And this is King Street East. So I'll make my way down to Front Street, then head over to Berczy Park. And straight ahead is the Distillery District. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't feeling a bit cold right now. Not quite tempted to pop the bike on the subway and go back home that way. I think I'll ride all the way back up to Midtown. It's just a gradual freeze. You get colder and colder, even if the temperature's not getting colder when you ride around in this. This is George Street coming up. And this is the St Lawrence neighborhood. There's a St Lawrence market on the left, the new Northern Market on the right, which I think will be making its grand opening later this year. That's the Flatiron building straight ahead. And just beyond that is my destination, Berczy Park. Although they've got much of the park blocked off here. Do a little off-roading. And there we go. Get the other camera out here. And on that note, I hope you enjoyed this one, starting just north of Danforth Avenue on Woodbine, heading south through the beaches, and then over to here at Berczy Park, just east of the financial district. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support the channel, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and I have a TikTok account at Johnny Strides as well, and there's also a super thanks button appearing below these videos. All right, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Yoink.